wondering, what just happened? And in order to explain, we have to go back to November 5th when Roblox servers broke down, causing massive outages, and most people were not able to access the platform for several hours. But by joining games directly from the Roblox software, you could still play. And something was different. Models and audio were missing, and the game would break down as you played. In this video, I will go over everything I saw while trying to play the game in this state, the crazy rooms that appeared, the challenges that I faced, and how I pushed doors to its limit. After joining the game, you could notice the effect immediately. In the lobby, no players would load in, the building was missing parts, the UI was not working at all, and everything was completely broken. But I was still able to get into an elevator and start around. Yeah, things were already pretty insane. And this is one of the first times I've actually seen daylight in the game, as none of the doors, windows, and walls were working correctly. The game was running into a lot of errors, and we just started playing. After looking around, I grabbed the key and headed to the next room. Once I entered room 12, I had my first encounter with Rush. But since closets wouldn't load in, I had to take a risk and guess where one would be. Yeah, that's right, even entities were broken, and this was going to make it a lot more difficult once I encountered others. And right after Rush, the first puzzle room appeared. Well, this is just great. Of all the decals to disappear, it had to be the painting outlines for the puzzle. So now I had to complete it at random. After trying for about 5 minutes, I realized that I had already opened the door, so that was kind of annoying, but I still carried on. Looks like eyes can still cause you to take damage, even without having any eyes, and this just confirms that everything in the game still exists, but I just can't see any of it. After my encounter with eyes, I got the cellar room, and now the game really hated me because I had to complete a lever puzzle without being able to see the lever or the barrels. So I was essentially in an invisible maze trying to find an invisible key. and after way too much time, I finally found the lever and left the room. After a while, I made it to the first Seek chase, which took me almost 3 times as long as my normal runs, and the eyes wouldn't load in. Even Seek was nowhere to be seen. Little did I know, this is where I would encounter my first death. Well, that was something. Didn't even show the animation of the Seek hand pulling me through the window, which I believe was also broken. Fortunately, I was still able to use my revive, and I continued on to door 50. Now, this was going to be a problem. Without models loading, I won't be able to see Screech to scare them away, and to add on to the fire, it was another cellar room. I was sure that this would be the end of my run, but I still tried anyways. Now, I got really lucky escaping with only 1 Screech attack, but there's still more to go before I finished. It was finally time to face the invisible figure. I had to be really careful if I was going to pass through, and I started searching for the books, which, by the way, were also invisible. At this point, I failed to notice a very important part of level 50. The book icons were not loading on my screen, which was going to cause some problems, and the paper was also just non-existent, but after finding all of the books and just barely avoiding Figure, I ran to the lock and tried to enter the code, but without knowing the code and only the numbers, I had no idea what to do. I tried figuring out the combination for a while, but there could still be hundreds, even thousands of codes before I found the correct one. So after a while, I had to give up. I was only able to play once more in this game's state, and the game actually kind of fixed itself on my second playthrough, but it was still pretty cool, so here's some clips from that. This was a really fun video to film and edit, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!